May the words of my mouth and the meditations of all our hearts be always acceptable in your sight, O Lord, our strength and our Redeemer. Amen. Amen. Tonight is one of the most dramatic nights of the Church's year, the washing of feet, the Last Supper, the stripping of the altar. It is my hope that you encounter and respond to this evening's liturgy not from your mind with your intellect, but rather with your heart. So as hard as it might be, I invite you to not look for explanations or answers. I certainly will not offer you any. Really, the only thing I have to offer you this night is an invitation. So don't yield to the temptation to rationalize away this night, its intimacy, its vulnerability, its grief, its darkness. We humans so often do just that, and it gets us nowhere. That's what Peter was trying to do. He said to Jesus, "You will never wash my feet." He doesn't understand how or why Jesus could or would wash his feet. To him, it makes no sense. That's simply not the way it is supposed to be. But it is. It has to be that way. Otherwise, we have no share with Jesus. You do not know what I am doing, Jesus tells Peter, but later you will understand. So to give ourselves to this night is to give ourselves to Jesus. If we try to think our way through this night, we will miss taking our share with Jesus. And I don't want that to happen. I don't want to do that. I don't want you to do that. Tonight, let us all take our share with Jesus. Isn't that why we came here? To take our share? And taking our share means that we come to the basin. We come and we bare our feet to one another and to the water of Jesus' love. Strange and familiar feet, young and old feet, healthy and hurting feet, pretty attractive feet, ugly malformed feet, feet that have kicked and hurt another, feet that have been stepped on and hurt by another. Jesus received them all. Jesus washed them all. Will you risk being that vulnerable and intimate? And when you think about it, what does that bring up for you? What does that bring up in you? Fear, embarrassment, shame, hope, forgiveness, healing. Tonight, we love one another just as Jesus loved us. And so we let ourselves be washed in a love that will remain even after the water has dried. Taking our share also means that we show up to this Last Supper. And we bring with us all the Last Suppers at which we have eaten. The endings, the losses, the tears. We all have them. We carry them deep within our hearts. And so as you try to recollect those Last Suppers, who are the guests at your tables? Picture their faces. Recall their names. What are the conversations like? Can you hear their voices and listen to their words? And what are you feeling? Don't turn away. Rather, let the emotions touch your heart and run deep within you. For tonight we eat and drink in remembrance. We let ourselves be fed with a food that will remain even after the table has been cleared. Finally, taking our share means that we will be present to the darkness and the stripping of the altar. We acknowledge and recount the times and ways in which the altar of our life has been stripped bare. The light fades, shadows invade, fear and grief, absence, isolation, despair. The darkness testifies to just how real life is. Tonight we do cry out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And we let this stripping hollow out a place in us large enough to hold the Holy One, enthroned upon the praises of Israel. That's it. That's my invitation to you this night. No explanations, no commentary. This is all I have for you and for me. But I do trust and believe that it is enough. The mystery of this night is enough. The love of this night is enough. So what do you say? Will you come and be present? Will you this night take your share with Jesus? This time, I invite those of you who would like to participate in the washing of feet to come forward to these benches. All are invited. None need feel compelled.